Let me explain a little bit more about the 2030 Project. We embarked on this show with the Daily Bread Food Bank, which is the largest food bank in Toronto, which is in Canada, and it is one of the largest food banks in the country. Now, the 2030 Project started in response to an annual report issued by the food bank. They have researchers on staff. They have advocacy experts on staff. They obviously have a lot of data that they draw from to create a report that outlines the state of hunger and food security in Toronto. They issued this report and then came to us and said, this is a very flat document and there's lots of information in here. How do we humanize it? Because there are stories here. There are clearly humans behind these numbers. And that's where we think we can have more impact. There's that word again, impact. This was where we started the whole project. So season 1 of the 2030 Project was an education exercise. We needed to unpack the data in that report and give it a human face. We needed to educate the audience about what it really means to be food insecure in the 2020s. In Toronto specifically. So we took 12 episodes and we did that through different forms. So we did interviews, there was a bit of narrative, there were some roundtable discussions with experts, with politicians, with policymakers. It really was designed to bring that annual report to life and to make it a point of engagement rather than just a point of passive reading. But then we took it further. In season 2, we went to the next level problem. So but then we took it further. Season 2 was about pushing the agenda and the advocacy. Once we knew we had that foundation of education in season 1, we were then able to start mobilizing the content to pursue action. So season 2 became all about painting a much more specific picture of things like the challenges with housing, the challenges with affordability, with guaranteed income, all of the adjacent issues that tie into food insecurity, which was the core issue that the food bank wants to tackle. For season 3, we got even more specific and went directly into an issue that is important to the leaders at the Daily Bread Food Bank and their board and their donors, which is the Canada Disability Act. And we produced a special series specifically looking at how that act can and will have an impact on food bank usage going forward. And we dropped it strategically into the market at a politically opportune time when federal politicians were debating the budget, the Canada Disability Act, of course, being part of that parliamentary debate. We were able to very successfully create new conversations about all of the issues that impact food security using the podcast as a foundation. The measure of success for the 2030 Project was the type of attention we were able to push toward an issue that everybody thought they understood. I would encourage you to go and listen to that show if you are in the not-for-profit sector or if you are working with an issue that is more advocacy driven. This is the power of podcasting. We can use it to unpack really, really big issues and drive focused attention.